episode of Life Changers, and this is Mike. We are having so much fun here in the studio. And today's episode, I believe, is going to be called What's Your Process? Well, you have to find what the process that's going to work for you. I know it might seem repetitive, a lot of this stuff that we talk about, and I'm just using different words, but that's all I'm doing. No, I'm joking. But no, you have to hear it in different ways so it resonates with you and it sticks with you. It's repetitiveness. Yeah, always that word always gets me. Anywho, but we got to find out what your process is. So here's a little insight. What's my process to recording? We literally just sit in here and then I just wait. I think of something and then I'm like, yeah, we should talk about that. So I'm just waiting for the universe to tell me what I need to say, feel what's going on. So like today we recorded a bunch of little, 15, 20-second short ads and stuff that we'll be posting on YouTube Shorts and TikTok shortly. But yeah, we're just having fun with that, laughing, giggling. And today that was the process. But you got to find out what process works for you. Is like we talked in another episode, is listening to music before you sit down and have a meditation station. What? I think everybody should have a meditation station. Anyway, we're just giggly today, but no, you just gotta have fun. Hey, I'm not trying to sit here and I don't write a script. Like literally every single episode we recorded, I have no script here. I have nothing. The only thing I have in front of me is a little piece of paper today. And this is for the closing part. I'm not going to read it later, but I'm going to read it. I guess I'll just read it now. It says, you are a work in progress. Take it one day at a time. Because that's better grammar than what I was saying before. Hey, I do emphasize that English is my second language. It's not my first. Yes, you. That's me. We're just having fun today in the studio. But that's the process of what gives you good gold. You see, what I find funny is when I watch a full-length movie, I wait in the theater and I watch the credits to see if there's any bloopers. You know who used to make good blooper videos? Jackie Chan. After every movie, you knew he showed the bloopers behind the scenes because people want to see the realism. So that's why when I record, we try not to edit out as much stuff. Sometimes we have to edit out stuff because I just go nuts. That we have to take a minute and then I can relax and get to it and figure out my train of thought. Because I'm a normal person. We're all normal people. In my head, man, things just go. I feel sorry for the sound technician. I have to deal with me going, okay, I got to start over. No, I don't like that one. Start over. Okay, let's do this. And then I just start rambling and yeah. Just like that episode called The Experiment. See, we titled it something else after. But when I was listening to it, I'm like, hey, it says The Experiment. So I put it as The Experiment. So you probably listen to that first one, The Experiment. And you're like, nope, what's The Experiment, man? So that's the process. You just go with the flow. That's my process. But you got to find out what works for you. What's your process? So if you want to totally change your life, do a 360. My life went from one way, and I did a total 360 reprogramming, and now I'm trying to put in my brain or different habits. I'm trying to create different habits. And for a while, I started meditating pretty good. And I remember one time, I was outside, it's nice and cold, I had a fire, I took my shoes off, my socks off, because a lot of people tell me you should be grounded. So put your feet on the ground of the earth and be grounded to the earth and to the earth's magnetic pole, and how that'll help you with your meditation. And my feet's near the fire, and I took my socks off, my shoes, and I'm grounded myself. And I was just listening to nothing. Just listen to the fire, the crackles, the pops, and how I had an amazing experience, how I felt like I was a different person, and then I was just new things. It's hard to explain. If you have not tried meditations, you should look up some guided meditations, some simple ones. So you can look on YouTube, find some good ones. A lot of people like Dr. Joe Dispenza. I know I talk about him a lot. Maybe one day he'll reach out to me and be like, Mike, you always talk about me, so maybe you should interview me. And I'll be more than happy to do that. But yeah, like you just got to find the process that works for you and the way to program yourself. And today in studio, we were talking about how a smell can trigger something. So if you want to relax, calm down, and get ready for a meditation or bring you to your higher connection to the higher self, or the vibration of the universe, then light something that has smell to it. And like some people do sage. That's, I believe, what you were saying earlier when we were talking about it. And then you have essential oils or whatever, and kind of program yourself that when you smell that, it brings back to, and reconnect myself, right? And take a step back and become the person you want to become. This whole thing about life changers that I'm realizing as I'm going through my experiences is the main thing is you have to find out who you are, what you were pre-programmed for, and figure out where you want to become. And program yourself or reprogram yourself. As you probably see all the hashtags I put, one is reprogramming, one is deprogramming the mind. But you got to remember that all you are is a bunch of habits and programs that we've been programmed through our parents that raised us or through the situations we were raised in, and that brought us to who we are. But you got to become somebody totally different. Well, you have to actively deprogram and reprogram. Like we talk about this a lot, but you got to find things that work. And the smells, if you think about it, like I was talking to my wife the other day, I used to wear the cologne Swiss Army, the original scent, when I was younger, when I first met her, when we were dating and stuff. And I was like, hey, I bet if I could find that, cologne again and I spray it, it'll just bring us back to when we were dating. And she's like, yeah. Like, it's funny how smells will bring you back. So if you want to program yourself, you can use smells. And I do understand some people don't like smells or have like perfumey stuff, gives you headaches and stuff. I understand that. Then you just got to find out what works for you. Like, is it, if not perfume or incense or whatever, you can, I don't know, have a fresh baked cookies and smell that every time. I don't know. But you got to find the process that works for you. So literally, my process, which sounds crazy, is I just listen to the universe, to my higher self, my gut, whatever you want to call it, and just go with the flow. Because every time, for me, when I take control of situations and not trust my higher self or the universe or my gut, I break everything. It sounds stupid, but it's so true. It doesn't matter. Like we talked in one of our episodes, the more you're chasing, the more you're thinking, the more like you want, or like a broken siren, wah, 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 wah. It just doesn't work. You're attracting lack thereof. You'll never become the person you want to become. You'll never put together your process and do what you want to do if you're chasing it. I mentioned many times with my brother, great magician, wants to be a magician, but it's just a lot of work to reprogram yourself and have the confidence. Like, just remember how amazing you are and how with the talents you have, you could change people's lives. It just takes only one day at a time. You like that, eh? I do too. But you have amazing talents. I don't know if you want to make podcasts, if you want to make TikToks, if you want to have your own company, if you want to, I don't know, be a celebrity or whatever. Anything is possible. But the first thing it comes down to is you. You have to believe in yourself and in your process. And find your process that works for you. Build your schedule, build your reality of the way you want to become. And as we talked in other episodes, you have to set your intentions, act as if it's already happening, have all the feelings as if you already achieved your goals. And then as time will go, you look back and be like, holy smokes, it was that easy. But until then, it's the hardest thing in the world. Here's a story. For the longest time in business, for me, it was like when I had one customer, I'm like, woohoo, so amazed, so happy, so giddy, right? And I was like, oh, it's going to be so hard. How awesome it would be to make, 2 sales a day and make $100 a day profit. To now, like, it's like, what? No, only 100 today? No. Like, I'm attracted and found the language or what's that word I've used? The vibration. Aha. I found the vibration of business. And you know what it was? It was stop chasing it. And I just give up in the sense like, I know this is what I'm doing. I'm successful. I'm just going to do it. And then how I see all these other business opportunities just popping up all over the world in my head. I can just see things like, here's a fun fact. We had a lot of snow today in Ontario, Canada. And I just posted for fun. I was like telling my wife, hey, maybe we should post on Facebook saying, hey, I'll go around cleaning people's driveways, free. I don't care about money. We'll do a life changer thing, and I could videotape doing everybody's house for free and stuff, right? My wife's like, no. But we posted anyways. And I went around dig people out with I had a shovel, I have a snowblower. And yeah, just went around. And you know what the funny part is? I would made more money in tips than I would have if I charged them. Fun fact for you. When they said how much, I said, I don't care. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to help you because you're important and you're awesome. And they said, well, we got to give you something. I said, tips are welcome if you want, but just know I'm doing this to help you out because I just wish somebody would help me out if ever I needed help. And people have. In my life, people have shown up and helped me without even knowing, like the universe just sent them and said, hey, do this for this person. And wow, I was like, whoa. So people came in my life and helped me whenever I needed it without me asking. So it's the least I can do is pay it forward. So in helping all these people to like yesterday and today, I made more money than if I would have gone around saying, hey, $50 every house I dig your driveway out. There's like 4 feet of snow here, right? I made more money and the customers are 10 times happier because now they're like, wow, this person's awesome. Like they're recommending me to all their friends and family. Everybody's calling me going, hey, we heard you did this for this person. You want to come? Like, I'll pay you. And I'm like, oh boy, this is getting like, hey, I'm sorry. Like I can only do what I can but I love to help. So I took 2 days and I went around helping people, but it was just amazing to me that how just helping people and just enjoying life, being happy, telling them how important they are, listening to some of these people talk to me and just tell me their story is just amazing. And how I made more money than I would have if I charged. So that's a fun fact for you. You see these people on YouTube and on TikTok as well doing work, and people are like, oh, how come we don't charge people? Like, you're just doing everything for free. It's a publicity stunt or whatever. No, because he probably makes more money with views and selling merchandise, doing all these houses for free, and probably people tip him, I'm sure, or tip them when they do these free things. But yeah, they make more money on ad revenue than they would if they charge people. So it's kind of a win-win. People get the help they need. They say, can I just record it for TikTok or YouTube or my channels or whatever? And then with the ad revenue or the merch sales, they're making more money than they would have if they charged the person. It's kind of a cool concept, but I digress. We all have to find the process that works for us. And I'm just giving you my process of how it works for me. It will not work for everybody. It's not going to work for anybody else but myself. But in all this repetitiveness, that is that word again, of talking through all my episodes and just pouring my heart out there to you guys, it's just so that you can find your process that will work for you. And you'll be like, yes, I like what you said about this in this episode, Mike. I like this. Hey, I found this. And you know what? Comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, comment. Write comments on right now. Tell me things that you found that worked for you that I have not talked about, and then I could talk about it and take a look at it and let other people know about it because that might work for them too. Let's share our knowledge with the world, with everybody that needs it. Because we're all amazing. We're all important. We all deserve success, love, anything we want. Just note that you are amazing. You are important. Without you, the world would be a boring place. Your friends wouldn't even know what they're missing if you weren't there, but they're missing something important. There's always something missing if you weren't around. So note how amazing you are and that you are important, you are loved, and let everybody know around you how much you love them. Just have that energy of love bursting in you and through you, and you'll attract anything you want. Thank you very much for listening. And just remember, you are a work in progress. Take it one day at a time. And this is Life Changers, and this is Mike. Have a good day.